I spoke earlier about some of the qualitative visits that we've been doing, but we've also been surveying small businesses in the program to understand kind of what they've been learning, doing, and why they're doing it through a more quantitative survey. So we have preliminary data. I don't want to get too stuck on it, from our inline survey, which is about 158 businesses across the 11 CDFIs. And 92% have made a job quality improvement over the last 2 years, which is a pretty crazy number. Yeah. 84% also have said that they believe this has impacted some business outcome, right? So whether it's retention, productivity, et cetera, but some kind of business outcome, which is also really exciting as we think about that kind of linkage to business outcomes that we've been talking about as a convincing argument to support the work. And then kind of back to my comments earlier, 73% are seeing an outcome around this supportive work environment that we were talking about, which is important to workers, obviously, and businesses as well. So I've got a ton more numbers, but I'm only going to share these 3 for now. But they're pretty encouraging. It's pretty exciting to see, how this program has moved forward. And, the really sort of important piece of this is the CDFI linkage, right? Without the CDFIs, this would not have been possible. And yet CDFIs are under so much pressure to do everything and to do it well and to do it profitably and to reach scale and to serve customers with appropriate, should I go on? Right? Serve customers with products that are appropriate at reasonable interest rates, for credit products, so that you're not, creating more problems than solutions. And there's just a lot of pressure. Tim and Joyce actually wrote a piece on this, looking at U.S. microfinance or U.S. kind of financial institutions and what they could teach global microfinance institution, which is a little bit of a switch from the normal approach. But because the U.S. financial institutions do have this really unique mission to serve the underserved in a way that is very different in global microfinance. In global microfinance, everybody is underserved. So you have some really good credit customers in there, in the underserved, that maybe they don't have sort of a formal credit history, but they have good incomes, they have, a big family with lots of jobs, they've been paying informal loans regularly and on time forever. They're not as excluded from financial sector kind of creditworthiness as the folks that are served by this community of CDFIs. So it is a really difficult thing. Tim actually asked me to quote a paper, which I probably won't quote well, but called Financial Inclusion Trilemma. But the point of this paper here in the U.S. is that financial institutions here in the inclusion space are asked to provide good sort of non-predatory products at scale profitably. And the paper posits that those 3 things together can't happen. And what that suggests is that there's a real case for donors to step in if they want to serve these communities in the way that they need to be served. And this is just kind of another layer onto it, right? The good jobs piece, whether it's special programming or embedded, which I think makes a lot of sense, is really important.